stop for a second. Right now. Before you scroll, before you think, I'll improve my English later. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. Why have you been learning English for years, but you still hesitate to speak? You understand videos, you know grammar, you recognize words, but when it's time to talk, your mind freezes, your heart beats faster, and your confidence disappears. That's not a vocabulary problem. That's not a grammar problem. That's not even an English problem. It's a mind problem. And today, we're not just fixing your English, we're rebuilding your thinking system. Welcome to English Rise. This video is not about memorizing more rules. It's about rewiring your brain. Because here's the truth most teachers never tell you. You will never become fluent in English until your mind becomes English. Right now, your brain is running two systems. Your native language is the main operating system, and English is just an app you open sometimes. And every time you try to speak, your brain switches back, translates, doubts, hesitates, and shuts you down. But what if I told you that you don't need 10,000 new words? You need a new identity. By the end of this video, you won't just understand what's wrong. You'll know exactly how to reprogram your thinking, train your mouth and mind together, build automatic English patterns, remove translation from your brain, and create an English identity that feels natural. If you feel stuck, if English feels trapped inside your head, if you know more than you can say, you're in the right place. Because today, we build your English mind from the inside out. And if you're serious about changing your fluency level, not next year, not someday, but starting now, subscribe. Because on this channel, we don't chase motivation. We build transformation. Let's begin. Your brain is loyal. It protects what it learned first. From the day you were born, your mind was programmed in your native language. Every emotion, every reaction, every memory, every dream. So when you try to speak English, your brain doesn't feel safe. It feels unnatural. And the brain avoids what feels unsafe. That's why you translate. That's why you hesitate. That's why listening feels overwhelming. Not because you're bad at English, but because your operating system is still set to another language. Fluency is not about knowledge. Fluency is about mental switching. And we're going to switch it. Remember this. Fluency is automatic thinking, not perfect grammar. Your brain grows through repetition, not inspiration. Silence protects your ego, but speaking builds your power. Emotion is memory glue. Fear is not a stop sign. It's a growth signal. Identity changes faster than vocabulary. Listen carefully. You don't become fluent when your grammar is perfect. You become fluent when English feels like you, when you stop translating, when you stop apologizing, when you stop waiting to be ready. You don't need permission to speak. You need courage. And courage grows only when you use it. Maybe you've been embarrassed. Maybe someone laughed at your accent. Maybe you felt small. But let me tell you something clearly. Your future does not care about your past mistakes. It cares about your next decision. Fluency is not talent. It is repetition plus identity plus courage. And if you choose to show up every day, even for 10 minutes, your brain will change, your voice will change, and your confidence will change. This is English Rise. And here, we don't just learn English, we rise. But understand something deeper. Your brain changes through environment, not intention. If you only study English for 20 minutes and then spend the next 10 hours thinking, watching, and reacting in your native language, which system do you think becomes stronger? The brain always strengthens what it uses most. That means Fluency is not built in lessons. It is built in daily micro moments, the way you think while walking, the way you describe things in your head, the way you react internally. Small shifts create powerful rewiring. And here is something powerful most learners ignore. Mistakes are not evidence of failure. They are evidence of rewiring. Every time you struggle to find a word, your brain is building a new pathway. Every time you force yourself to speak without translating, you are training speed. Growth feels uncomfortable because your brain is expanding beyond its comfort zone. If it feels awkward, you're doing it right. You don't need to sound perfect. You need to sound active. The goal is not flawless sentences. The goal is continuous expression. When you speak even with small mistakes but without stopping, your brain starts trusting English. Confidence is not built by being correct. It is built by surviving conversations. And once your brain realizes, I can speak and nothing bad happens, hesitation begins to disappear. So from today, stop asking, am I ready? Start asking, did I practice? Stop waiting for confidence to arrive. Build it. Stop protecting your ego. Train your voice. Because the version of you who speaks confidently already exists. You just haven't practiced being him long enough.